Welcome to the Real Sports Rundown. I am your host, Ryan Gentile. And today is my birthday.
Welcome to the show where there's so much to be gained. Get ready to be educated and entertained. When it comes to sports, there's no fooling around. This is the Real Sports Rundown.
Okay, so welcome to the show. Today is my birthday, and all I know is, I remember I used to look so young. People thought I was 20 when I was really not. People sometimes thought I was 16 when I wasn't. I remember a day when I couldn't even grow facial hair. And now look at me. I look like ZZ Top. Yeah, that's right. I'm rocking, baby. But, yeah, so welcome to the show. And I was going to talk about what I predicted on this day, September 19th, 2009. I made some predictions on NFL games, some fantasy football, and a couple of college games. But I'm having trouble remembering what I said or who I picked. It's, you know, with the old age, it's just been so long I don't remember. But wait a second. Wait a second. I remember it oh so well.
Alright, welcome to the show. That's right, it is my birthday. Woo! That's right, I bought the wrong kind that didn't have the noise in it, so I'm doing it myself. Alright, so lots to get to. NFL rundown of the weeks. Alright, I made my predictions last week. I had got a lot of them right, but the ones I singled out to talk about, I got wrong. I was 1 for 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up because that's a lot of games to get to. So I'm going to pick 4 games every week. Right now my record's at 1-2. Alright, so now these are the games I'm looking out for this week in the NFL. Carolina taking on Atlanta. Atlanta's going to win that game, people, man. Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez back home in Atlanta after they beat up on Miami. It's just going to happen. Carolina, man, if you have Jake Delhomme on your fantasy team, get rid of him because, man, it's not happening, man. Carolina's not what they used to be. I'm sorry, people. It's not going to happen. Also, now moving on, New Orleans taking on Philadelphia. Man, this is a tough game, man. I really thought that Philly might be able to pull off this win with or without Donovan McNabb. But the more I thought about it, man, Drew Brees really good. Jeremy Shockey back to his old ways. And then it's hard for me not to pick the Saints in this game, whether they're in Philly or not. So Kevin Cobb, man, he's probably going to do a good job. But the problem is, not even the problem. They got Jeff Garcia as the backup, but it's too different. It's going to take some time for Philly to get on their feet. But I still believe they're going to win the East, but in this game, New Orleans takes them down. Baltimore-San Diego was a very tough game. Joe Flacco, Ravens defense, I know they're old, but they're still good. San Diego, they lost LaDainian Tomlinson. He's out. Sproles is starting. Sproles is a great running back, and Phillip Rivers will will them to a win because Phillip Rivers never say die with that guy whatsoever. So I'm going to have to go with San Diego in their home opener winning that game. And then, of course, we have Dallas Stadium opening up, the brand new home of the Dallas Cowboys, the billion-dollar stadium, and who comes into town? The New York Football Giants. All right, and I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I know you're going to hate me. Bring it on. Bring it on. I know. But the Giants are going to win this game. And another thing I have to wonder is, why would you pay $200 to sit way up in the nosebleed when all you're doing is really watching TV with that big old TV hanging over the stadium? That's all you're doing is you're paying $200 to watch the game on TV because you can't see from way up there as you could with a big old, 80 million inch TV right in front of you. So why would you even do that? Just sit at home and watch the game yourself, man. It's just unbelievable. And Jerry Jones is expecting over 100,000 people at this game. I wouldn't put it by it, man. I mean, people are crazy when it comes to their Dallas Cowboys. I know. I got a lot of my friends that are fans. Jesus. All right, moving on to some college football. We have the Texas Longhorns. Yeah, bring it on, baby. The Hook'ems taking on Texas Tech, and it's time for some revenge. Now, I got some friends that went to Tech, my friends Jill and Robin and a couple others. They probably not going to like what I'm going to predict. Texas lays up smackdown on the Raiders, and payback is a you-know-what, baby. Because look at the shirt, man. Hooked y'all. I'm from Texas, baby. I wore this up in New York one time, and people just kept giving me these weird looks. I'm like, that's right. I'm from Texas, and I don't care. That's right. Greatest state of all. But Texas is going to put a beat down on the Red Raiders today. I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. You can't stop it. Texas is way too good. Texas Tech lost a lot. They lost way too many people. Okay, so now moving on to some fantasy football news. And Manuel, JR and Joseph's cousin in our fantasy football league, made a suggestion saying maybe I shouldn't talk so much crap and maybe I should make some predictions on who will win each game each week. Well, I respect the idea, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to break down who's going to win, or I'm going to say who I think is going to win in our fantasy league. But I cannot run my mouth. It's just the way it goes. Like, JR, ask you, JR, how does it feel that I just laid a beat down on you? I told you were my first victim. Number 6 in the power rankings, baby. I'm moving up. But first game, we got Charlie Bates taking on Joe Palomares. Sorry, Bates, man, you're my buddy. Niners fans, I know, but Screw's going to win that game because he's going to get his first victory of the season. He has Chad Ochocinco and Calvin Johnson on that team. Also, Darren McFadden's taking on that KC defense. So, I mean, I'm going to have to give the edge of Screw on that one. I'm sorry, guys. Or, sorry, Bates, anyways. And we have Michael Sitzman taking on one of the Lundqvist brothers in James. Now, this was a kind of a close matchup when I was looking at it. I was like, man, who's going to win this game? I was looking at their players. I'm like, man, who they playing? And at the end of it, I had to pick Sitzman, getting his first win of the season. I mean, he has Kurt Warner on his team who played really bad last week, but they're playing Jacksonville this week, so he could probably put up some good numbers for him. Also, he has Michael Bush, who doesn't start, but he might play enough against that Kansas City defense. Once again, Kansas City defense not all that great. And plus, it's the battle of the West Coast Division. Those two guys, so Sitzman looking to pick up his first W. And then we got Brandon taking on Kyle in a battle of the North Side Division. And once again, another close matchup, but I had to give the edge to Kyle. Kyle has Tim Hasselbeck filling in for Donovan McNabb. He's probably going to do a pretty good job taking on the Niners this week. And then also he has Ryan Grant taking on that Cincinnati defense. So yeah, that edge goes to Kyle on that one. And then we got Steve-O, the guy who wrecked shop in that first week, taking on JR, my opponent last week. And I just got 2 names for you: Adrian Peterson, Peyton Manning. It's enough said. Steve-O about to go 2-0. And then Manuel and it's taking on Justin. See, man, Manuel, you're in my division, so it's hard for me to pick you, but I did, man. I picked you to pick up your first win, man. You got Tom Brady. Hopefully he throws a lot of passes to my guy, Randy Moss. And then you have Lindell White taking on the Texans. I mean, Thomas ran all over the Texans last week, so I expect Lindell pretty much probably to do the same. And then, of course, you have T.O. and Santonio Holmes, so good job for you. And then as for me taking on Brandon this week, battle of division leaders right now, me and him both sitting at 1-0 in the East Coast. Once again, who do you think I'm picking? I'm picking me, man. I got Derby Henderson, who I picked up off waivers, so sorry, Screw, I know you're not happy about that one. Also picked up Michael Clayton, not a great guy, but somebody that can produce. Kevin Walter, he's taking on Tennessee, pretty decent defense, secondary, so I'm sitting him this week. Percy Harvin is my sleeper of this week because he is taking on the Detroit Lions, and, I mean, that's just, they're going to beat down the Lions, so that's just, Percy Harvin hopefully gets me at least a couple touchdowns. All right, now it's time for the show. It's called Did You See That? Oh, did you see the Philly fan that caught the foul ball, hands it to his little girl, and she threw it back over the edge? It was his first foul ball he's ever caught in his entire life. I haven't even done that. Now, if that was me, I'd be pissed off. Not at my little girl, but at the situation that happened. I'd be like, oh, what just happened? No! I'll just be like, whatever, So, I thought that was a funny thing. All right, so it is my birthday. That's right, man. It's my birthday. And you know what? Everybody wants to know how old I am. Well, I'm going to get to that here in a second, but I'm celebrating, baby. Let's just all celebrate. Oh, yeah, we're celebrating my birthday because, you know what? It's a great old time. So here is my age, people. I am actually the good, old, young age.
Okay, I don't really remember what happened after that. I can't remember. But, so yeah, my old age at my birthday, although a long time ago, that's what I predicted. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, did I beat Brandon? Did Texas beat Texas Tech? Did the Cowboys lose their home opener? Well, let me tell you, I don't remember. Make sure you tune in next week because I'm going to be predicting a lot of things and I'll be laying the smack down on some people. That's if I still am around because with my old age it's not lasting much longer. So, thank you for tuning in and oh crap. That's not good. See ya.